In this video, I want to give you guys another quick run through of a successfully executed trade with my strategy, the premium cycle on Next Era Energy. So this is a beautiful trade. If we look first at the US economy, all the retail investors are questioning, is AI going to be the next big thing? Is AI currently overpriced or not? And there's a lot of implied volatility in the options market if we speak about all of these AI stocks. But if we just take a step back and if we look at the infrastructure of AI, what AI needs, and what also any other business model needs nowadays, it is actually energy. And Next Era Energy is the biggest energy supplier in the United States. And this is a very conservative trade on Next Era Energy because one thing is for sure, energy is going to be needed in the United States. We will never go back to the Stone Age and don't need any energy. If AI will grow in the next years or if it is overvalued, no one really knows. That's why the implied volatility is so high here. But that we need energy and electricity, that is clear. And giving these fundamentals, Next Era Energy currently has a higher implied volatility because they are also merging with Dominion Energy. And this gives the stock a currently higher implied volatility because they are working out a deal to take over Dominion Energy. And I believe that this risk and this implied volatility is actually overvalued. That means Next Era Energy is already the biggest energy supplier in the United States. So if their deal with Dominion Energy will work out, they are just even bigger. And if it doesn't work out, they are still the biggest energy supplier in the United States. So giving these fundamentals and giving this background that this business model is nearly bulletproof, it is a great stock for the premium cycle. Also, if we look down here looking at their dividend yield, they even pay a dividend if you ever end up being assigned. So this is a perfect setup to sell a cash secured put. And if we look on the stock chart here, we can see that Next Era Energy had a really nice support here around $84. So that's why I decided to sell a $84 cash secured put. And this committed me to possibly buy Next Era Energy at $84 if the stock ever drops to this level at a certain expiration date. And in my case, the stock never dropped to this level, as we can see here. It just moved up. And you guys can also see in the screenshot that I closed this trade early and I realized $133, which actually leaves me with a 1.55% return per month because options always come in 100 packs. So one options contract equals 100 shares of a stock. And if I sold the 84 put, that means that my capital, which was reserved for this trade, was $8,400. And if we calculate the profit, the realized profit, $135 divided by these $8,400, I made a 1.55% return per month. And as you guys can see, this is a very safe, very conservative strategy and trade on this specific stock. And I am consistently selling cash secured puts or covered calls on such setups at the right time on the right tickers. So if you're interested to make a safe passive income, I have a full course inside my community where I teach my strategy the premium cycle in detail so you understand the mechanics of selling options. And I also have a live chat there where I am sharing my live trades so you guys can benefit from that as well. So if you're interested, click the link in my bio, join my community, and I will see you there.